All right. So I wanted to go over Edits app. So apparently, it's been around actually for almost a year. I literally just found out about it like this week. So I taught myself the app so I can show it to you guys. Obviously, I'm still learning, but I'll show you some of the features that I personally really, really loved and that I think are really cool. So this app is actually free, which is amazing. So I typically use CapCut and I love CapCut, but I use the free version of CapCut and it's very, very, very limited. It used to be incredible. And then all of a sudden they were like, no, you're going to just pay us for everything now, which is really sad because it was like the best editing app at the time. And it's just, yeah, it's just very frustrating that they make you pay for every little thing. Um, Still love CapCut, don't get me wrong. However, Edits kind of blew my mind. It has a lot of incredible features, especially if your main platform is Instagram. It's great because it has very Instagram specific features available as well. So this app was rolled out by Instagram. And yeah, I just wanted to show it to you guys. It's you can obviously use it with other platforms too. So you're not limited in that regard, but I'll just kind of show you guys the nitty gritty of it. So it looks like this. It's the one in the bottom corner, this one right here. So this is Edits app. So I'll just open it up. So obviously you're going to see a little bit of stuff here, but I'll just kind of high level go over it and then I'll show you a couple of really cool features that are just amazing. So one thing that I really like is it has this idea section. So you're gonna have access to music here that you can kind of check out. Most of it is trending. You can see the little, whoops, sorry about that. You can see the little arrow going up, right? That means it's trending. So let's say we click on it. Not only not only are you going to be able to listen to the soundbite up here, you're going to be able to immediately use the audio if you want to, but also you're going to be able to see immediate inspiration of how people have used this audio, which is super cool. The next thing that I think is kind of neat is it has this sticky section. So you can actually like, let's say you have an idea. So I have like a notepad on my phone where I go and I'll jot down some ideas that I have for reels. So here you can actually do it within the app. So you could like open a sticky and then you can, here I'm just gonna go blah, 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 blah. And then you can basically create storyboards within the app, which is super cool. So I love this. Um, and then you're gonna have this little reel section here where you can just check out a bunch of reels. So these are trending reels and you can again save them, just get inspired, which is super cool. And then you're gonna have your audio and it's gonna show you trending music. It's also gonna just show you what's kind of hot right now, and so on and so forth. There's licensed music, there's original sound bites and everything kind of mixed and mashed. I actually haven't really looked at collections yet. I don't even know why I haven't, but also why is it not loading? Oh, there we go. So this is just kind of so this is what collections is. So actually what you're saving on your Instagram is being saved here. And then I guess text messages that are saved, but like there's no need for that. Then here, this button also again takes you to Reels, so you can just kind of, it's similar to like, I guess your For You page or discovery page on Instagram or For You page on TikTok. So you can just kind of scroll through and you can save stuff. You can kind of see how it performs, which is super cool. So this feature I really, really love that like even for Reels from other people, you can click on insights and see what their Reel is doing. So that I think is amazing. So if you really love something, you can check out the insights, see how it's performing, and then you could like recreate it. So it's something you could save. And then we're going to have our main dashboard, which is where your projects would be hosted. And then here, hey, hey guys. And then here you're gonna have you could record, okay? So one thing is you're gonna have music. So this actually pulls directly from your Instagram library, okay? So any soundbite you would have saved on Instagram, you can find here, okay? Any currently trending soundbites on Instagram are here. Any original audio will be found here, and
Send
it
the
even,
feature thing. Oops.
sorry, I need to, thank you. And then also we have royalty free music, which is also really great, especially if you're going to be posting on other platforms. You can also import music, which is super cool. So you can extract from videos, you can import from files. So you can do all kinds of stuff, which is really neat. Okay, whoops. And then we have this green screen. It's pretty good. It's not great. It's probably the fault of my hair. I think if this was very smooth, look at this. Now it's good. It's just my hair is always obnoxious. So it has a green screen feature built in. It also has a set recording time limit, which is awesome. Okay, so as we all know, the retention of people when they're scrolling through social media is very low. So we want to make sure we capture them within the first 5 to 7 seconds. Faster is better. So you always want to have a hook. And short videos will always perform the best. Okay. The shorter, the better. So you could do like your 10-second time limit here, which is super cool. Okay. And then we have speeds. Okay. So you can slow it down, you can make it faster, which is really cool. And now, one of my favorite features is this. So almost every recording app has a teleprompter. Okay, so you can just copy paste your script here. But what this has, what I have not seen anywhere else, a lot of times the teleprompter will be at the top, like right now, okay, which is great. But then your eyes will look up in the video. What you can do here is you can actually move it. So that to me is just absolute money. It's amazing. You can also click on the settings here and you can change the speed of the teleprompter and the size of the words to help yourself. Also have not seen this yet. So that I think is amazing and really a great feature if you want to record yourself talking about something. You can also change down here. Okay, that's very close. I'm not going to show you 5x because I don't want to scare you guys, but you kind of catch my drift, right? So you have this feature. You can also change the background. So if you don't really want to do the green screen, you can click change, and then you could like pick a photo as the background, right? So now I have this like listing photo up here, but I'm still green screened, which is really cool. Okay. And then I wanted to show you guys, where is it? So it also has this beauty feature. I actually don't really, I'm not sure if it's doing very much. Doesn't seem, maybe a little bit, but not much. Um, and then obviously you can turn the camera around, right? So now you can see my keyboard. And then you also can determine the resolution, right? So you can do HD, 24 frame rate, 30, or you can do HDR, which is always a better quality. So that's really, really cool. And then again, you have insights here, and this is like your own reels, and it'll show you kind of the last 30 days, and you can even download them and so on and so forth. So you can even look at comments and all that stuff, which is super cool. So everything is kind of hosted within here. Again, this is directly connected to your Instagram, which is super neat. So let me just kind of show you guys projects. So let's say we want to do a new project. Okay. So again, you could do camera and you can just record yourself if that's what you want to do. Or, whoops, we can go to the gallery. Let's say you have a video. Let's say I wanted to take this one of Jennifer. Okay. So now we have this video of Jennifer. Why is it so little? That's so weird. Okay, let me just go out of this and kind of go back in. I think I kind of screwed something up. There we go. Now it's looking normal. Okay, so we have this video of Jennifer here. Okay, so one thing I can do is I can add captions by clicking here. So it's going to generate them. And again, all this is free. Okay, I'm not paying for any of this. So I can edit them here by quickly tapping. So she's actually not saying very realtors, she's actually saying very realtors. Okay. And then you can change them. I can move them around. I can make them bigger. I can change the style of them too. So you see in the bottom here where it says style. So I can click here. I really like this one, but there are so many options. And again, on CapCut, most of these options now are paid. You have to pay for them. And here it's free. You don't pay for this. And they're just nicer options than the ones that are on Instagram. If you're editing within Instagram, they have like 5 options and they're always the same and they're kind of boring. So these ones are pretty cool. People asking stuff in the chat. I just saw something pop up in the chat. I'm just gonna
Nope,
the
just confirming what you're saying.
okay, yeah. So the app is called Edits app. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So it just depends with CapCut what you want to do. But I mean, $27 back in your pocket, I mean, it does add up over the course of a year, just saying. And again, I love CapCut, don't get me wrong, totally love it. But also, I prefer keeping 27 bucks a month in my pocket, not gonna lie. Um, okay, so let's just go back here. So you can, again, you have all these different options, which are really neat. You can change the font, okay? And it's kind of breaking them down. So you don't have to like scroll through all of them. But if you know you like a bold look, you can just click on bold and just see the ones that are there, right? It has handwritten, playful, retro, bold, simple. You can change the color, which is pretty cool. So let's just do that. Okay. And then let's do what's secondary. There we go. So you could do something like this. It's a little obnoxious, but we're just playing around, right? Okay. And then you can pick a style. So we can make it look like this, which we can't read that. That's just silly. Can't read that either. Just because of the color we picked for the writing here. Let's just go back. Okay. And then you can even do things like this. You can add offset, block offset. So this kind of looks kind of cool, almost like a comic book-esque. But yeah, just really neat. And then you can add things like a glow if you wanted to. So you could really have fun with this. But I mean, I wouldn't go overboard. I would just keep it simple. Just pick something you like and then kind of roll with it. Okay. So that's it for the captions. And then we're going to go back. So let's say you want to just make it a little bit interesting. You could highlight the reel, okay? And then this is one of their AI features, their built-in AI features. So you can see your menu down here. There is so much going on. There's like effects, filters, cutout, voice enhance. So if let's say you're in a public place and there is a lot of background noise or something, you could click voice enhance and it's gonna enhance your voice a little bit so people can hear it better. You can change the opacity. You can duplicate, which is cool. You can extract video. We already talked about that, and so on and so forth. So here's one of the built-in AI features that I thought was so fun. So you can click restyle. And then you could like make it look a little interesting. I mean, we're not going to give Jennifer a Santa beard, but She could be a wolf. Like that's so cool. But like sometimes stuff like this, as silly as it is, it's a visual hook. And depending on what you're doing, this is like this is just really neat, right? So you could do like something really fun with this. So just some of the filters. And then basically the way it works is as long as you have highlighted your actual reel, right? And there has to be a person in it, and you choose the restyle feature, you simply would choose the one that you like if you want to use something like that. Or let's say you just want to do a specific section of the video where you want to use that feature. Maybe she's saying something super exciting, okay? And then you would like snip that section. Let's say right here in this spot right here, she's saying something super that's like just fire, right? So you could snip here, snip there, wherever she's saying, you highlight this section, and then you only restyle that section. And we're using fire, for instance, just as an example. Okay, I'm just gonna check the chat while this is doing its thing. Sorry, Bahar, can you just clarify what you mean by can you share a small video in the corner of your own video with this app?
Sometimes, people have like a little video playing in the background as they're doing their own video. Do you have this op like option here too,
Yeah,
or
I'll
no?
show you guys something really cool you can do here. It's like it's incredible. Like it's actually my favorite feature. Let's see if this is it's still doing its thing. That's okay. We're just gonna let it work. It's like we're gonna just move on. So let's actually talk. Oh, here it worked. There we go.
Building them in.
Pretty cool. Um, so let me show you guys a feature that is literally my favorite feature on this app, and which is why I was so excited about this. So there is this option right here. Can you guys see my cursor?
Yes, we
Because I
do.
know you can't. Okay, perfect. Because I know you can't really see.
It says links, something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So when you click on links, you can add reels directly from your Instagram account. Okay.
Cool.
So let's say, for instance, Jennifer was talking about a listing. We're just going to pretend for a second, okay? And I'm just going to use this listing video of the listing that went live this morning. Okay, it's now adding it on top. And now I'm just going to move this over and I can make it smaller. And we're going to move it in the corner right here. Okay. So
Nice.
what's really cool is it can now play. You can make this shorter. You can move it to exactly the time spot where you want it simply by clicking it and moving it around. Okay. And then you could add something like, let's say, a sticker, like a little jiffy saying something, check it out. Right. And then you could make this really big or something like that, or move it over. And then
Mm.
you just want to move it on top and make it shorter. And it gives you these yellow security lines. So you know exactly it's going to be it's going to match, right? So it's not going to do it. I find when you're editing within Instagram or even CapCut, sometimes it doesn't entirely line up perfectly. And like they also have these lines, but sometimes it's just not perfect. And I want it to be perfect. So this is really cool that it's actually doing it properly. So when you're exporting this, okay? So let's say you wanted to post this to Instagram. Actually, we would want to add music, okay? So that's one thing I want to say, guys. It's if you're exporting directly to Instagram, you have to add the music here. You won't
Mm.
be able to edit the video further once you've loaded it to Instagram. Okay, they're gonna assume that it's perfect now. Make sense? So we would add some music, right? So let's just add the song. It's not really the vibe of this video, but it doesn't matter. I just want to show you guys what you can do. So we have now added music.
Gary Realtors wondering why top
But you
producers are
can
switching
hear,
to AI.
you can't really hear Jennifer talk. The music is too loud. So you want to highlight the music and then you can click volume
Mm.
and we can go down in volume. I usually think like around 10 is pretty good. Okay. And then you're
Very
going to
realtors
hear
wondering why top producers are
music in the
switching to AI,
background, but you can hear Jennifer better.
building them in.
You could also do something like fade it in, fade it out, right? Like whatever you want to do. So you can see there is like this little dip here now where the music's going to be very quiet and then it gets louder. And then it's going to do the same thing at the end where it's going to fade out. So you can do stuff like that too. Sometimes very effective. So let's just say you're ready to post this. Okay. So you click export. So I'm just going to let it load.
Very realtors wondering why top producers are.
Okay. So here you have a few options. Okay. So you can click Instagram. It'll be connected to your Instagram. It's going to post directly there. Same with Facebook. You can send it in a message or you can download it. So with the videos where you build in another reel that's linked, that feature is not going to work anywhere but on Instagram, okay, or Facebook. Like it has to be a meta platform. So that's just something to keep in mind. However, that being said, it can still be effective, and you can even, within the caption section of your post on TikTok or whatever, try and lead traffic back to your Instagram that way and just tell them, head to my Instagram, or you can find this post lower on TikTok, something like that, or it's pinned on my TikTok, right? So you can still direct traffic that way. You just have to be a little bit creative. But we're just going to go ahead and click Instagram. Okay. And then let's say we wanted to, I'm just going to go blah, 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 blah. I'm going to delete this after. You can still add a collaborator, right? You can still do all that. You can tag people. You can still add a location and do all of the things that you would normally do. You can still edit your cover. We could do this like fire one so it looks more interesting, right? Rather than just her in the car, but like what is going on? Like, is she on fire? So that would catch my attention certainly faster. And then I see something else in the corner, what's happening there? So I'm definitely more curious. So I'm just going to go ahead and share. Okay. Just a sec. I'm just gonna, still loading. There it is. Okay. So when we click it, and then once that reel comes up, you can tap it.
Building them.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm like,
in minutes. Comment Gamma for the solution or hands-on workshop.
sorry, my Wi-Fi is
Realtors
like
wondering why
crazy.
top producers are switching to AI. Building in.
Sorry, guys. It's like I made it too short. So that's probably the caveat here. It's too short. But let me just go to one where I did it, where it was a little bit better.
Amazing.
Here we go.
And you get this incredible.
So here, right? So when I tap the video, it says watch full reel, and you can click it, and it's going to take you to the actual reel. So this is just a really cool way of kind of creating traffic again on older videos, right? So you can kind of redirect traffic, and maybe you have events going on and you want to kind of do an overview for your audience of your events, right? So you could do something like here, something like this, right? So you could say, attention realtors, check out our current events. And then you can literally have a collection of the reels you want to highlight. So this is probably my absolute favorite feature. I think this is so amazing. And there is so much opportunity here to kind of give older videos that you have created life again without reposting, right? And just kind of giving them new life and something interesting to look at, because people are going to be like, oh, what's going on here? And there's like all these videos within the video, right? So it's just so much more interesting to look at. And we love clicking. Let's be honest. We love pushing the buttons. We love clicking stuff. So there's more stuff to click. It's immediately more fun. Well, we only have a couple minutes left, so I just want to open it up for some questions. And you were saying you don't have the features. You should. You might not be in the right spot, maybe. Um, yes, yes, you can. Yeah, so you can, so Carol, you can extract the audio, right? You could snip that section and extract the audio, and then you could re-record. You can just even eliminate the entire voice over. You can extract the audio, completely get rid of it, and then re-record a new voice over. What is the name? It's called Edits. I'll show you what it looks like. It's this one right here, Edits app. That's what it looks like, and it's called Edits. Uh, so no, with the music, you can't. You won't be able to edit on Instagram, but your entire Instagram music library is on Edits, right? So you can add the music right here. You have your entire Instagram, even your saved sound bites are going to be here. But you
Oh, okay.
won't be able, once you export it and post directly to Instagram, you will not be able to add music after the fact.
It
It's not going to work.
it doesn't have that feature later on. Like, do you want
No,
to
you
show it
have
to
to
me?
add the music here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, unless you just edit and do what you want to do, right? You could, that's not what I wanted to do. So you could just download the video, right? And not add any sound, then you can just re-upload it. But why do that? That's like extra steps. It's so much easier if you just do it in here and then just load it directly,
I see. Okay.
Barry Realtor's wondering why
right? So
top producers are switching to
So
you could
otherwise you'd have to
download the file,
so
but
otherwise
then
you'd have,
your linked video feature, if you're using that, will not work,
oh,
right?
okay.
So it's only going to work if you're posting directly to the app.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is this created by Instagram, like Meta?
yeah,
Is that why
yeah,
it's all connected? Okay.
yeah.
And as for the TikTok though, like you said like the clips won't show, but your video would actually show, right?
Yeah, the video would show, and it would be in the video, but it won't be clickable on TikTok because it's an Instagram link,
But would
right?
they
So,
be able to view the video still that you have up there, even if they can't click?
I mean, they would see it in the corner, right? But they won't be able to do any, like, they won't click it and it won't take them anywhere.
Okay, okay.
So they'll only see what will be shown in the corner, if that makes sense. So
One
it
more
still would
question.
be worth it because you could still lead traffic. Like I said, you would just say something in the, I would just say something in the actual caption, right? And just lead traffic to where you wanted to go
Yeah.
in that instance specifically.
One more question. So I know like if we can post directly to Instagram and thing, but in order to post on TikTok, we have to download it and then upload it on TikTok. Is that how that would work? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
correct.
you would have to choose music from the TikTok in order to have
Correct.
that feature.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just want to make sure, obviously, that you're not adding music here if that's what you're going to do,
Yeah.
right? And then on TikTok, you might get in trouble with the music. They're very strict with their copyright rules and stuff. So it's better to add the music there manually for sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through the questions. Sorry, guys. Um, okay, I talked about this. How do you clip? Like, how do you select an out? Angelique, do you mind clarifying your question? Do you mean like snipping a section of your video?
Yeah, so you have a long video and I see how you can select your in very easily, but how do you easily select the out? Do you have to drag from the end or is there an easier way to do it?
Like, you mean like this?
Yes, but let's say your video is longer and you don't want to go to the end and drag backwards. right? Like you've got a longer video, like this is a real short one, 7 seconds, but let's say you
Yeah.
have a 3-minute video, but you want the first 4 seconds. Do you have to go right to the end and drag to your out, or is there
Oh, no,
a
okay, I see what
button?
you're saying. Like you only, let's say, want the first few seconds of the really long video.
Yes.
Okay, you would simply go to the spot where you want to cut, select, split, and then you just delete the rest.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the split video, and but the rest of the video, is it still there? Like, what if you want to take different sections from the same video?
Yeah, that's a great question. So you could just leave the snippet there and then you
Hmm.
can just keep cutting, right? You can just keep going to sections and just split, split, and then cut out the sections you don't want. That's
Oh,
usually
there you
how I do
go.
it. Like that's typically how I do it. Like I just snip where I don't want. Like it's insane to like add a clip and then move it all the way back to where you want it and then add the clip again, like duplicate and do the same thing over and over. Like that's so much work. It is so much faster if you just snip out the sections you don't want in the video, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
highly
yeah.
recommend highlighting and then using your split tool and then just whoops, sorry about that, and then just getting rid of what you don't want.
Okay.
Does that make
Thank you.
sense?
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does.
um Okay, Anna, thanks for that tidbit. That's good to know. So yeah, it might just be that you have to update your phone and then it should work. But yeah, it is the all the features should definitely be there. So
Um,
one of the things that I think that they're gonna end up doing, because right now you can only link reels and accounts, so you could also rep your account or someone else's account if you wanted to. And this is Instagram account specifically. But one of the things that I think where this is going to head, which is going to be absolutely epic, is they're going to add an option where you can add actual website links. So
hmm.
just think about that. If they're actually going to be doing that, I'm very, very convinced that that's what they're going to end up doing. They're not there yet, but I can see it. They're going to end up creating something where you can add a website link. So you could add a link to your actual listing onto your reel, an interactive link. Or if you're doing events, you could add your landing page link or whatever, and it would just be amazing. Like, just think about that for a second. Sorry, someone needs to mute. I think they're on a call.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So with regards to like the first image that people see before they click on the video, like a thumbnail, like a picture, were you able to do this here, or you got to do that in Canva?
Create the thumbnail.
Yeah, like the first picture, instead of seeing like to catch attention and so people know what the topic is about,
Yeah.
and it's having
So
like title, video.
I typically do here I'll show you what I often do. You can certainly create an actual thumbnail. Yeah, you would do that in something like Canva, or you
Mhm.
could use AI
Very
to
realtors
create one
wondering
for
why
you.
top producers.
So I usually obviously, you would edit cover and then you can add from your camera roll if you created something in Canva. I usually try to pick the most interesting spot within the video
Yeah.
and then I
Okay.
click the little letters and I add a hook onto the video. I
I
always add a hook. So, but if you like a specific, I know a lot of people love a very specific aesthetic on their page. And that's really pretty when people actually go look at your page. But I'm gonna tell you right now, not to burst anyone's bubble, but
yeah.
you're gonna be better off having something interesting rather than like one of those overlays, especially if it's beige. Enough with the beige. But like these beige overlays with some words or like it's boring. It's everyone's
Right.
doing it. It's so boring. Like pick something more interesting. It could even be something completely different that has nothing to do with the video. I've seen that a lot too, where people pick like really outrageous photos and like I'm like, what is this? And I'll click on it just because it's like, and then it's something completely different, but it hooked me. It was a visual hook. So just get away from the beige.
All
Like
right.
no more beige. But yeah, so does that answer your question?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you can definitely do it within here. Like you can just pick the most interesting part of your video, add a hook, right? That'll show up on the screen. Or you can pick a thumbnail from your camera roll, right? So you could go here and you could like pick this. Like I would click that. I'd be like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Right? So you could do something like that for sure. Any other questions? Yes, I mean a text, like a little text. But a hook can also, like I said, can be visual. So it could even be something like what I just did, right? This would be a hook. Like that's attention grabbing. Why is this woman freaking? I mean, most of us know the scene, right? Like it went viral and this meme, this poor woman, like I really feel for her. Like it's very sad, but like this picture has been recreated into so many endless memes, but it's a visual hook and people know it, so they will click on it because they're curious what's going on here, right?
Right.
So a hook doesn't necessarily have to be words, it can be visual. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, any other questions before we run away?
That
Okay.
was great. Thank you so much.
This is awesome. Well, I do have one little favor to ask, actually, if you guys don't mind. So we're doing a little bit of research, and I have a Google form here. If you guys could take a couple minutes and kindly fill this out for us. We're working on a little project. So I would just really appreciate if you guys could just take a couple minutes and fill this out for us. We're just kind of curious if you, as realtors, right, in your day to day, if you're journaling, like what types of things do you pay attention to? What's important to you? What are you looking for in a journal specifically for realtors? We would love some feedback. So if you could just fill this out for us, we would super, super appreciate it. It would mean a lot. Consider it payment to me for my services to you today.
Um,
Any other questions before we run away?
What do you mean by a daily journal? As far as
Like how some people they do like they keep like track of stuff or they journal like do like well, I can't talk anymore. Gratitude journal or they track their goals, their daily goals,
oh, okay,
something like that. Does that make sense? So we're kind of looking specifically for realtors, like what's kind of like the things that are important to you that you could like track in a day that would make it easy if you were to journal everything. Just some feedback would be great. All right. Well, folks, I appreciate you coming on. I'm sorry I kept you a little late, but I hope this was helpful and I hope you saw the light with the Edits app and you're going to go and have fun with it and play around with it a little bit. And we'll definitely, always be sharing new things. So we do have a session on YouTube again next week with Nick. He's doing a series on YouTube, so definitely recommend being on that and learning about YouTube. And maybe we'll go over edits again when they start rolling out more new things. I hope you all have an amazing day, make amazing things happen, and then we'll see you all next time.